Alright, round one, and we've got a keepable hand here. Oh, Villainous Wealth. A bit too early. Awaken the Bear. Not exactly what we're looking for right now. Banner in a Just Sky deck. It's a little bit unusual. Usually they're a little more creature oriented. Well, what do I like more, the Pinewalker or the Abomination? Well, I don't have the blue source for the Abomination, so let's go with the Pinewalker. The foil Pinewalker. And someone said that, someone in the comments said that my opponent cannot see that it's a foil morph, so that's good. It's just us. Once it's flipped, they can see it's foil, but the back does not look foil to them. I hope, because that would be really stupid. Arrow Storm, all right. You got our Pinewalker, you got it. Was not expecting the Arrow Storm on it. You really did not want us to play that morph. Alright, well, I think we go with Bondkin this time. Here's our land. Alright, so now we just swing and I'll make the trade if I have to. I just want to get the Saddle Brute out there. Hopefully it's just a weaponsmith. I guess if he attacks, I assume it's not a weaponsmith. So I don't block. Or Behemoth. Alright. Right, I think we just snap attack with Bellowing Saddle Brute. Unfortunately, Krumar Bondkin does not attack into that all that well. Alright, he'll bite. Guess he doesn't have too much of a choice. Alright, guess we're done. Still has the mana. It's got to be a weaponsmith. So if I attack with the Saddle Brute, he can unmorph and then block with the Bondkin. But I don't know how much I care about that. Ooh, little Rattleclaw Mystic. It's going to let me do Abomination next turn. Hard cast, perhaps. me think about this. I don't want to attack into a... I think I'm going to assume it's a weaponsmith. And I don't want to trade my Saddlebrute for a Bondkin, so I'm going to just make him leave that mana up. Or unmorph at some point. But until then, why don't we just... can I set up for a nice Villainous Wealth? If I unmorph next turn, it'll cost me 2 mana, I'll get to 3, so I could only do it for 3. It's not that impressive. What else can I do? I can morph Mystic, unmorph, and then morph this, but I can also just hard cast this and morph this, so it doesn't really do anything different. But it lets me unmorph that next turn, and that's pretty good attacking into that. Okay. I'm going to go for that rather than the Abomination. I'd rather get the big fat body out there. So we're going to do Mystic plus Morph Loxodon. And then we'll pass. Basically, I just want him to unmorph his... what I'm going to assume is a Weapon Master. Now he's debating if he wants to unmorph it. He probably feels like he can't really. Maybe he feels like he can. I don't know. I feel like he kind of needs that +3/+0 though. Oh, that's an interesting one. All right. Well, I got rid of a Just Guy Charm. Next turn, I think we just swing with the Loxodon, see how he blocks. Presumably unmorph, and the 7 toughness guy can take care of everything we need it to. Oh, he got a Delve card. Okay. Could be a Set Adrift, maybe? Oh, Treasure Cruise. Guess I should have assumed the Treasure Cruise before the other. Well, now he can't unmorph it if it's a Weapon Master, so. Alright, no problem. We'll get in with our morphs. I don't think he's got a good block either way. Well, I guess there is a dilemma a little bit, right? Because I pretty much have to unmorph this guy. So if I attack with both, and he blocks Kieran on our first morph, and then unblocks nothing on our Loxodon, then I'm just going to lose my Bondkin for nothing. So I think we actually just attack with the Loxodon. I don't think he's particularly inclined to block. Well, guess I was wrong. Does not care. And he's outlasting. All right. And a Leaping Master. Well, seems pretty good for us. I believe we're just attacking with Loxodon, and then we got 7 mana. Yeah, so I think we're just attacking Loxodon, probably playing Saddle Brute plus a morphed Abomination. I think that's the game plan. I didn't want to attack here because, well, I guess I could have, but I kind of wanted to use my mana in a different way. He's just throwing dudes away, which is definitely good for us. I'm not going to play around in hostilities, especially if he's in top deck mode. And we've got the Villainous Wealth, I guess, just in case. I think I'm still not attacking into the Weapon Master, because now he could unmorph and... Oh. Okay. Alright. So he still has the mana up. I'm not going to attack into that. I'm just going to attack with our Flyer. Because there's really no reason to attack into it. I guess now I'll attack into it if he's gonna. Yeah, I don't think he can. He has to pass. Yeah. So we're pretty much at this point. It's so telling. It seems like it has to be a weapon master, which means don't attack into it, because all the pressure is on him to do something this game. So let's just flip our dude and get in with a Flyer. And I guess we can loot. I'm willing to lose a long shot squad if I find something better. Shouldn't be too hard. Do I like air or long shot squad more? That's a good question. I guess I probably like long shot squad more because it outlasts. So it's got a good, yeah, we can ditch the, well, I guess if I ditch the long shot squad, I can actually play the Air of the Wilds. All right, that makes more sense. I think I'd actually prefer to have the long shot squad, but the fact that I can play the Air of the Wilds here tempts me to play it. This also could not, there's a chance this isn't a weapon master, but he gets a pretty good play if I attack into it with the Loxodon. He gets to unmorph, pump his first strike guy, double block, and kill that, and then take Saddle Brute. What are we at for Villainous Wealth at this point? We're at 6. It's pretty good. I think we can hold off on that, though. I should have actually held that land, but I guess not at the same time. So I don't need to loot. We're getting to the point where I could just Villainous Wealth. Seems like a better follow-up play. I think I'm fine doing this. I see no need to push the board. I definitely see no need to show him Villainous Wealth. All right, let's force the unmorph now. Mostly because I want to make sure I'm right. Alright, well, I feel good that I played around that stupid card. He has to pump this guy, because he has to pump his first striker to hold off one more attack. Now, keep in mind, I could have done it to the Bondkin, but I just really wanted to make sure this is a Weapon Master. Now that I know it is, I feel a lot more comfortable, but this is one more turn we can't attack, because he can double block my... Well, let's see. He double blocks the locks it on, then the Bondkin chumps a big dude, and then he takes lethal. So, yeah, I guess we are swinging team here. He's got to do something. Okay. Let me think about this. Still swing team. No, we wait a turn. Let's wait a turn. Could I have unmorphed this a while ago? I could have, couldn't I? I was not doing anything. I should just unmorph this. Well, I guess the surprise factor of it is kind of nice. Also, I guess if he end hostilities, I can't use my Villainous Wealth because I still haven't found blue source. Well, oh, there's more. And Aerostorm, you say? Okay. Shambling Attendants. That's also nice. So if I swing with the team here, he double blocks the Saddle Brute to first strike kill it. Maybe he chumps the War Behemoth. I don't know what he does about the Bondkin, and then we can follow up with the Shambling Attendants. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I got to leave the Rattleclaw Mystic back, but he could also block War Behemoth, Saddle Brute. Well, I'm not going to concern myself about it too much, I guess. We'll see what he thinks this morph is. I think at this point I feel pretty good attacking here. Basically has to first strike down our Saddle Brute. Oh, he's doing it like that. Hmm. He blocked correctly. So, no reason to unmorph now. He blocked correctly, unfortunately. But, yeah, it didn't pan out as well as I would have liked. But at least we still take care of one of his threats, and we're left with our couple of the major ones. But, yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer. No need to delve. And really, the only reason I haven't played Villainous Wealth is because we've been ahead this whole time. If we weren't ahead, I would have played it. But because we're not behind, it seems like showing him Villainous Wealth ultimately doesn't help us for the future games, if that makes sense. I mean, it's always something we can do unless he... Well, now he can get rid of Mystic and we're still okay, so I guess that's a moot point. Didn't even want to double block the Saddle Brute. It's kind of interesting. Alright, got a Delve card. Another Treasure Cruise. It's pretty interesting. Alright. Not too scared by that. Guess he can, what, pump it twice? Make it 5 power? So he could trade a Cavalry for a Attendance or a Saddle Brute. It's actually not bad. He's also behind on time. Pretty unusual when I'm playing, since I seem to always be the slow one. But that's even more incentive to sort of grind out this match as long as possible. Because even him with the Treasure Cruise, I still feel like we're pretty far ahead here. Kill his War Behemoth. Could have killed the Bondkin and gotten a Snake, but I'd say the 3/6 body is a little bit more intimidating. I think if I were him, maybe he's just got an answer for it. But if he doesn't have an answer for the Attendance, I think I'd rather kill the Death Toucher. But maybe that's wrong. Maybe he's more concerned about damage preservation right now. Sort of makes sense. I mean, he did trade a 1-drop for a Saddle Brute. It's pretty good. Guess I could have just attacked with Mystic at this point. Probably could have attacked with Mystic for a while. I'm being overly cautious. I'm trying to think if there's some card he could have that just says win the game. Even Crater's Claws, he doesn't have enough to burn us out. We've been the offensive players this whole time. No value Horde Chief. I guess we swing with team. No. Awkwardly. Because he has to block the Loxodon and the Attendance. Alright, just pass. No need to play the Pine Walker. Alright, I think he probably... I don't know. I guess he didn't have to concede. He clearly didn't. I mean, earlier concede. There's no reason for him to. We ended up successfully not showing him Villainous Wealth, which I wanted. And we know he's got a couple treasure cruises, so there's a good chance that we can. I mean, we could have just milled him out there, which is already really good. But yeah, he doesn't look super great. He's got. I mean, Bonkin's good. Calvary's not very good. Kieran and Horde Chief are both pretty good. War Behemoth's actually fine. Double Treasure Cruise is a little bit weird, since he didn't really feed his yard that much. But I don't know. Maybe he did feed his yard more than I'm giving him credit for. I mean, he did successfully delve to treasure cruises, which is pretty insane. Do I have a sideboard against this kind of crazy deck? Guess not. I can rock Shaz's Secret, but he seems fairly aggressive, so I like that less. I think everything else is fine, so let's just leave it the same. Okay, opponent keeps. I think we'd better mull the old one-lander. This one's fine. So if he plays a creature, I guess I'd rather trade up with the Abomination rather than the Pine Walker. All right, outlasting. Hopefully we draw a land, because I feel like if I can attack, I need a land, but if I could attack, getting that Saddle Brute down would be pretty good. All right, it's a little bit rough since we don't really want to attack into that. Then again, I might just throw my Abomination away to get a Saddle Brute down. I could also just not throw my Abomination away and play a Saddle Brute and lose 4 life. It's also a little bit awkward. Would I rather have a guy that I'm not going to be able to play, or the Saddle Brute? Alternatively, he's got double Arrow Storm in his deck, so he could just attack, drop a red source, and kill our Saddle Brute, which would also suck. I think I just attack with my Morph. I'm going to be willing to lose it. I'm hoping he doesn't block. He doesn't. That's pretty nice. So kind of needed that to go our way. If I can get a land now, I can hard cast my Pine Walker too, which is nice. As much as the surprise factor on it is good, I feel like clumping up the board is a bit of a priority here. All right. It's pretty good. All right. He's got some circumstances where it worked against us to make this match turn out the way that it did, or this game rather. We did have to mulligan. We had a rather slow start, and our opponent had a quick start. Those are a lot of factors to be fighting against, to be honest. Can't delve. I mean, I guess we can. Could drop another Abomination, but I think I'm just taking a bunch of damage here. At this point, I need to flip up my. I guess I should have played another one. I don't know. I guess I do have to block the cavalry too. So I guess I block the cavalry with my... I can at least surprise block the Kieran with the Abomination. So I guess I'd rather do that. Jeez. Let's play the Abomination hardcast now. I can't really afford to surprise anymore. He's just got too much stuff. So I guess we just hardcast this and then sit back. Could have Abomination or righted there, but or played Shambling Attendants. But I think Abomination's the right pick. I think what we have to do is block the cavalry with our morph, and that's it. He's still attacking with everything? Jeez. I think we're just dead to an arrow storm, unfortunately. That's how this game's going to play out. There's really no other reason for him to do a dangerous attack here. Oh. Well, that didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. I guess I'm forced to Rite of Serpent this, which means I need to draw a removal spell next turn or a flyer in order to stay alive. And a Delve card here. Jeez. Maybe our opponent's deck is better than I gave it credit for. No, I don't think so. I think we actually are well matched against him. We just had kind of a lousy slow start here. Notice we didn't see any of our cheap spells, and actually we haven't seen our cheap spells either game. We have a lot. So we basically just need to see our early game early in the game, and I think we'll be fine in this match. If we don't, then I guess we lose, but that's all I got. I don't know. I guess I have to pretend like I have something. Playing attendance is pretty clear indication. Actually, I guess I have to pretend like I have something here. So let's do this. It's just not letting me delve, or what's going on? Is delve just different now, or? Oh, okay. That was weird. I'm used to it exiling right away. I'm gonna pretend like I have a charm, as I usually do. I like to scare my opponents. All right. So final game, yeah, like I said, we just need to draw actual cheap spells and we'll be fine. If we can't, then I guess we lose to a quick start. But if we can draw cheap stuff, I think we'll be fine. Let's see. No green source. Not really cheap stuff. Yeah, I think we got to mull that. It's pretty weak. I need better than that. Well, here's the thing. If I draw land, I guess then I can go 3 and... No, I need to draw too many lands. This hand's not good. I need a mulligan. This hand's not that good either, but I guess I keep at this point. Some pretty bad mulligans, though. So I'm hoping that my deck does me a favor and gives me a green source here. Thanks, deck. Appreciate that. Skull Hunter, not bad. Looks like no land drop. Could be our opponent's mana screwed. Looks like it. Maybe he's juking me back for juking him at the end of that last game. Making him scared with the tap to nothing. Maybe he's like post combat main phase. Play a plains, play a creature. That'd be a good trick. But no, it looks like he's just straight up missing lands. So we must capitalize. This Skull Hunter play only punishes him if he draws a land next turn. If it doesn't, then it literally is doing the same exact thing that... I guess it's not doing the same exact thing. It's not allowing him to draw the next card and decide to discard that during his cleanup step. That's about it. Other than that, it's pretty close to the same thing. All right, well, Skull Hunter did something. I think we just unmorph here though, and we're looking in pretty good shape. He could Jeskai Charm it, I guess, but that's okay. I think we know what he drew. So he's probably just going to Jeskai Charm if he's got it. Or Smite. Can't do anything about that. So we'll deal some damage to him. Dreadmaw is actually not that bad here since we've got the Savage Punch. It's a nice way to take care of a creature. And it's also a nice way to gain life and buy time. It's certainly not worth Rite of the Serpenting that. So I think we just swing. I'm willing to trade here. Could have Savage Punched, but just doesn't seem worth it. I've got plenty of creatures, and I've got plenty of time on my clock. He's low on time, and yeah, I think we're just in pretty good position here. So if I'd Savage Punched, I could have brought him down to like 5, but I'd rather Savage Punch something more relevant. Also, that's weird that he has 5 cards but didn't play a spell there. Hmm. Well, I would think if he had Treasure Cruise, he would have played that. This is certainly a weird one. There we go. All right. He did bring in the stroke, so he would have been able to stop our Villainous Wealth. So despite our efforts to conceal Villainous Wealth, he still brought in the sideboard card that works well against the rest of our deck. Here's his Treasure Cruise. Still no plays. Very strange. How could he have 6 cards in hand and not have any spells to play? Is he going to Jeskai Charm it? I'm not going to unmorph it. All right. Well, guess we're passing then. Did I accidentally put an extra stop on? I think I might have. Let's punch this guy. I guess I should have punched with the guy that can actually attack him. Why didn't I? I think the reason I didn't was I figured he had something, he's got 6 cards in hand. I figured he's probably got something he could remove in response. He could like Jeskai Charm, put it on top. So I figured putting the Dreadmaw on top was going to be better, but well, he did have Winter Flame, so I did actually make the right choice, but there I didn't because I was supposed to sack the guy, but I think it's because my opponent's got 3 seconds left. I don't really care. Oh, he's just passing. I see. Well, if you're just passing, then I guess we'll play a bunch of... Okay. All right, well, we got the match. We beat him by time, so I'm pretty happy that we decided to grind out Game 1 because that ultimately panned out for the timeout in Game 3. Opponent's deck was good. I don't think it was as good as ours, so I am glad that we won, but he did have a good deck. I don't know if I can get behind the Cavalry. I'm not really feeling them. They did okay, but I'm not super impressed with them for the most part. I think they're still pretty bad. Okie dokie, we'll see for round 2.